One hard thing about finding homes for people living on Denver's streets has been finding Denverites who are willing to live near them. Sounds harsh, but it's true. Neighborhood after neighborhood fought so-called microcommunity sites. The Johnston administration's first standalone microcommunity site, 60 tiny homes, opened today off Santa Fe. Here's Mark Salinger with that.
Tucked away between a neighborhood and a highway, a collection of 60 tiny homes is Denver's newest hope for solving homelessness.
We are proud to welcome you to La Paz, which is our newest community that we are just opening today.
By the end of this week, every bed will be full with people who are currently sleeping on the street. Mayor Mike Johnston says these 4 walls, a mattress, and a desk are enough to change lives.
We think the first strategy, if you want to address unsheltered homelessness, is getting people off of the streets.
Johnston's homelessness plan has always started with bringing people inside. No questions asked.
We do not screen up front to say, have you already gone through a drug rehab program? Have you already gone through a workforce training program? Have you already completed mental health services? What we know is it's very hard to receive those services if you're living in a tent every night.
While Denver operates 4 hotels for the homeless, the city says these microcommunities cost about a quarter of the price per unit. Yet the challenge has always been figuring out where to put them.
I have heard a lot from the community, and I want them to know that I hear them.
Councilwoman Flora Alvidrez represents the Overland neighborhood in South Denver off Santa Fe. Even she acknowledges the only services nearby are the ones that are being brought inside these fences.
There's a big concern about pushing people out of downtown and bringing them into other neighborhoods. There's no RTD access here. There's no grocery store in this neighborhood, things like that.
This is my home. This has been my home for 34 years.
Denver had planned to open 120 tiny homes here, but cut the number in half after neighbors like Douglas Danger complained.
I think it's a bad idea for this type of neighborhood. I mean, this is a very, very small neighborhood. We're only 120 people, houses big, and by the time they're done, they're effectively going to double the size of our neighborhood.
While some worry about what it'll bring, the first residents offered a bed and a roof. We'll start moving in tomorrow.
We think we've brought really some of the best talent with the most expertise to make this site a real success, and we're optimistic it will be.
The mayor's homelessness initiative has brought more than 1,300 people off the streets and into shelter. The goal is to move as many of those people as possible into permanent housing. Taking a look at the numbers so far, though, less than a third have actually moved into permanent housing so far, while nearly 2/3, about 800 or so people, have been in hotel and microcommunity style for more than 30 days.
How does this compare on a cost basis?
So we asked the mayor that question. A microcommunity, they break it down by cost per unit. They say a microcommunity, one of those tiny homes, costs about $30,000, $25,000 to $30,000 per unit. If you look at hotels, either buying or leasing those hotels, those can cost up to $100,000 per room. So that's one of the advantages to microcommunities, a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, this was the talk of the Denver mayoral campaign, both from Johnston and a lot of other people. Everybody's saying micro communities, and then boom, hit the hard reality of how do you house that many people, and he goes into hotels.
And there were so many communities that said, not here, we support it maybe, just not in mine.
Yeah, all right, Mark, thank you.